Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Two Drink Minimum. I'm already annoyed by the man at the console area. Joining us today, the Wards.
The words are here. Is that a microphone thing new in front of you?
I haven't seen it before. It's not like I do this every week.
I'm Mike Ward. This is my brother Dave, and you
everyone.
are Pantelis, and this is your retarded cousin Poseidon.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
So it's a family show.
It's a family. Yeah, it's true.
Yep, my brother's in town because he came down to see the Sous Écoute in Quebec City.
I got the rundown from your manager.
Okay.
And then he sent me photos as well, and I was very upset that I missed it. It looked insane.
It was. I was really nervous because I fell down the stairs on Thursday night and sprained my foot like really, really bad.
Well, we could say it. You're close enough to the fans to tell the truth. His new girlfriend beats him. Savagely.
Yeah.
She's in charge.
He likes that.
What stairs did you fall down?
It was. I was going to Place des Arts because it was the last French Gala, and I wanted to see Yvon Deschamps. I wanted to see him after the show just to wish him well. And I fell down the stairs, and I've fallen downstairs before. You've seen me like in New York. I always fall downstairs. Falling downstairs drunk, you fall down, you get back up. Falling downstairs sober hurts like a motherfucker.
You're too stiff.
Because you get stiff, so you fuck up your foot. So I fucked up my foot. And
How many stairs? Which stairs are we talking about?
Outside, they weren't well lit. Like I just fell down like maybe 2 or 3. But
That's a lot, though.
yeah, and then the ripped my jeans and like hurt, like I kind of hurt my one knee, but the foot was fucked. Then the next morning, couldn't even put like a bit of weight on it. So my girlfriend got me crutches, and then I was like, ow. And my entrance at the Centre Videotron, I was supposed to walk in kind of like John Cena or fucking, like a wrestler or MMA guy. And I was like, I can't even like walk. So I was like, I'll use a cane. So I go to the pharmacy, get a cane. And even with the cane, I was like hobbling. And Michel called around, Michel, my manager. And he called around, found the physiotherapist that used to do Cirque du Soleil. Like he was a
Circus folk.
He helps circus folk, and they're always fucking up their ankles. And so I go see him, and I thought he was just gonna, like, I had asked Michelle, I was like, find me a guy that'll tape me up before the Nasty show, and he'll tape me up in Quebec City. I thought I'll still hobble, but it won't hurt, so I'll hobble quickly. But he pushed, like, your foot, you got a little, like a bone where your ankle is.
Yeah.
I guess the ankle bone, it was a little forward. He pushed it all the way back. Didn't hurt at all. And then after I was able to walk, I was like, what the fuck?
So
That's
I've been
impressive,
doing it.
eh?
I've been doing it wrong my whole life.
Yeah.
I should have got someone to just push my ankle back.
Yeah. And then,
I need a doctor from Cirque.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you need a circus.
yeah,
doctor.
you need a circus guy. And then, he helped like with my foot, and I felt really good. I was on Advil, because I didn't, like, a lot of people were like, no, you can get a shot of cortisone, but I was like, yeah, but I'm gonna be drinking, like, so I don't want to fucking black out or
Well, cortisone and drinking.
I don't know.
I think it's okay.
Oh, really? Okay, then I
It's
should have
local,
done that.
It's just in the muscle. Like
local
it doesn't,
anesthesia.
It doesn't.
It doesn't go through
get
the whole
through the
body.
whole
Oh yeah,
system.
yeah.
By the way, I don't think he's
It's
a
like a
doctor.
steroid.
No.
I do not think he's a doctor.
I'm in no way qualified to give medical
But
advice.
he's way smarter than I am, so I trust him.
But
more
he's
than
the
I trust
pilot,
me.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I have had a shot of cortisone
Yeah.
before. Yeah.
I, like
When I had it. Is it cortisol? Cortisone.
I think it's cortisone.
it's cortisone, right?
Yeah.
But I think maybe cortisol is a brand. Or
Maybe
type of it.
cortisol is
But I
a
had
brand.
bursitis,
I think it's
and they
cortisone.
go in and inject it, and it hurt like
like
hell
that-
going in though.
I like that I just said he's super smart, and he's like, is it cortisol or is it cortisone? I don't
Cortisone?
Quesadillas.
It's
So
both.
yeah,
It's
so you got a
both.
cortisone shot when you.
For bursitis.
Okay.
Yeah, and they use X-ray to guide the needle, and so you can see the needle on the TV as the doctor's kind of looking for
really?
the right spot.
I don't want to see any of that.
I know. And
Yeah.
then when he puts it in, it's like 2 milliliters, but it felt like he injected like a grapefruit in there. Like it's
Jesus.
Because it's a foreign body going in,
Yes.
like you feel it
Yeah.
filling up.
It hurt like hell, but then it felt better after.
Holy shit! So you were able in the end
Yeah,
to walk.
yeah, I was good. And then when I got to Quebec City, they got me he's the I guess I don't know what he is exactly. He works with the Alouettes and with the Rempart de Québec, and I think
He's like a
like he's
a physiotherapist.
he's not really. He's like a massage therapist, but he was a massage therapist for the Alouettes, and then he put those suction cups on my legs. You know, like you see fighters come in sometimes.
Yeah, the
and they
Chinese
have
stuff.
those. So he put
Like
that,
Phelps.
and then he rubbed my leg like for the longest time. It felt really good, but then I remembered as he was rubbing my leg, I had this chick once that came to my house to massage me, and she was like, since you're diabetic, I can only give you like a 5-minute massage, or else it fucks up the blood sugar. And then as he was rubbing me for the 48th minute, I was like,
Am I gonna
is
die?
this going to be weird? So as soon as he stopped, my blood sugar went fucking way down. I was drinking juice. I was eating
Holy
chocolate.
shit.
It wasn't coming up. Then it went up like crazy high. And then I was like, giving myself shots. So all day I was fucking freaking out over my blood
So
sugar.
that's why it was going up
Yeah.
and down.
And then I was like, fuck.
A massage could kill you.
And then he was coming
why.
back. That's you can tell that like the disease has made me the weakest man on earth.
We need to put you in a
That my
bubble.
enemy is a masseuse. I'm like, that's why I've never been to a happy ending place, because I'm like, look, it's not worth dying just for a hand job. But yeah, so he was supposed to come back and give me a massage
Well, if
right
it's under
before.
5 minutes, you're okay.
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah,
Which
exactly.
you should be.
Yeah. No, yeah.
He's quick.
But yeah, so I canceled the second massage, and but the show was really fun. It was just weird though, since this one I was producing, and I was like, before the show, we have like I had the opening acts, and then I had Les Denis Drolet doing a podcast before me.
Yeah.
And I told them, like, Jan had done like a hype video before, you know, kind of like he did for the Bell Center. And since I was walking through the audience, I told them, okay, as soon as like 2 minutes before Jan does the video, I'm gonna go hide at the console, like with the tech guys, and as soon as it's my turn, I'll pop up and then walk out. So I go hide there, and I'm just fucking hiding. And then I look up at the giant screen, and there's nothing on the giant screen. So I'm like, what the fuck? What? Like, I've been hiding here for 4 minutes. What's with the? And they're like, it's broken. And I was like, it's broken? What the fuck do you mean it's broken? And then I was like, what the fuck? Okay, I gotta quit hiding. So then I went back, and then they had changed, like the giant screen had stopped working.
Is
So
this Jan's fault?
No, it wasn't Jan related.
I'm gonna blame Jan.
But it
With
was
I think the sides still
the
work.
sides still work, because
I saw a picture on Jean Thomas'
Yeah.
feed, and the side
The-
was
the way
but the
we-
front,
we-
which is the main panel.
we
was-
did it was instead of having it on the Jumbotron, because the Jumbotron blocks a lot of people like up in the higher, you know, like the 300 section.
Yeah.
So we were like, there's going to be the stage, then there'll be a giant screen about like 6 feet above my head. So it'll feel like there's a low ceiling. So there's a giant screen in front of me, and then 2 giant screens next to me. So the people on the side can see and the people in front can see. And the one in front, during Les Denis Drolet, it started flickering, and then it died. And so they're trying to fix it. During Les Denis, they checked every cable, tested every cable, everything was good. So they were like, it's probably a connection like in the thing. So we'd have to lower the thing to check which cable. So that's going to take an hour. And I was like, okay, fuck it. And they were like, we can put it on the Jumbotron. I was like, okay, fuck it, put it on the Jumbotron. So then they put it on the Jumbotron, which I thought the Jumbotron, they just bring it down and that was it. But it takes like 25 minutes to come down.
It goes slow.
It's
Just in
so
case
Amazing
you-
how slow it works.
It's amazingly
well, so it
slow.
doesn't kill anyone, right?
Yeah, and then there were people like up top that they had to move them because they couldn't see because of the Jumbotron. Not that many people, but like they had to rearrange like maybe 1,000 people,
That's a lot of people.
which is a lot of people. And
And
then
the whole far end
Yeah.
would be in the way.
or maybe not 1,000, maybe 500, but they had to like okay, find spots. Okay, there are 4 seats over there. You guys go over there. So it was fucking weird. And usually I would have like if I had a producer, I would have been just hanging out going, okay, they'll fix it.
But now
but
it's
I
you.
was like, God damn. And I just kept on yelling at everyone. I was like, this is costing me $350,000. I'm going to get a refund. And I'm telling the guy, I'm like, I'm going to get a refund. And he was
poor
like,
guy.
I'm the security guy.
Yeah.
I'm the security guy.
don't
Why
make
are you
these
yelling?
decisions.
Are you yelling at your bodyguard?
Shit.
Yeah.
And it was cool. My head security guy was the guy I went to high school with.
Oh, get the fuck out
Yeah,
of here.
my buddy Carl from high school.
So he was excited?
Yeah, it was very cool. He reminded me, because he's fucking massive, and I don't remember him being that big. And he was like, last time I saw you is when we did security for, and then I remembered, oh yeah, I fucking did security with that guy one time in a store in Promenade Saint-Bruno.
You were a security
Yeah,
guard?
my buddy Mike Sponza had this. He was manager of some Italian fucking weird leather store, and it was during the holidays, and he needed security, so he hired Carl and he hired me, and just to make sure people didn't steal. Like
Yeah.
it's not it's an easy job. You can be small, and then I guess Carl was like, I like this. I like telling people what to do and protecting people. So he's done that ever since. He toured with Tool. And
Cool.
So it was fun seeing him, but I was just angry the whole fucking time because and then by the time the show started though, like it was fun. As soon as like I got on stage, I was like, okay, this is amazing. And right before I got on stage, there was something very weird because I was high-fiving everyone, and then I go to high-five someone, and the guy was just so excited. So I put my hand up, and before I start going back, he fucking slaps it. So he just slaps it in the face. So I go like, fucking, what the fuck? And then I walk on stage, and I'm like, what the fuck? Who hit me in the face? I just got punched in the face. But yeah, it was cool. And then the
Is
show.
that on video?
Yeah.
That was
It's on video.
after you made the corner.
Yeah.
Like just in
Yeah.
front. Yeah, and my daughter was in the aisle, so she got to high five Mike
In the
on
face.
way
Yeah.
back.
Your
No,
daughter
no,
hit
no,
him
It was
in
his
the
daughter
face.
this whole time. It was your niece.
Yeah, it was very cool. And then when the show started, like I said, how happy I was to be in Quebec City. And then I said, I was like, Dave was supposed to be here last year, but he went through surgery. He got his new vagina.
Yeah.
He's here to show his new
He's like,
vagina.
he's now named Sophie, and he's
And then you stood up?
yeah.
And then I was like, no, for real, Dave, he's right there, stand up. And then he stood up and fucking people
I stood
lost
up and
their
turned
shit.
around, and
He opened
the
up his
whole-
arms like he was fucking.
The whole place was screaming. It was
It's crazy.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Dude.
cool.
Yeah,
These are crazy moments.
And then the show was really, really fun. It was weird though, because like at the end, Preach came in and he gave me the world record
Yeah.
plaque from the Guinness World Record plaque, and it felt I was like. This almost feels like it's a copy of last year. Like last year you came in with the
Yeah.
belt. This year he comes in. So I was like, this is very like Hangover 2.
Yeah.
Like it feels like we're just doing the same fucking bullshit we did last year.
But it's very hard to recreate what
If it
happened
works,
last year.
yeah. If it works,
But
don't-
it worked
don't fix
super
it.
well, and the thing that was amazing, the sound
That's what I was
was
about to tell you.
fucking impeccable.
You know what
it
I
was
found out?
insanely
And
good.
the video quality is
Yeah.
Oh, the video
really
quality, that
good.
was never going to be an
Yeah.
issue. I found out about the sound of the Bell Center. It had nothing to do with your podcast. Apparently, it's known in the
garbage,
music
yeah.
industry that the Bell Center has garbage sound. I don't understand why,
Yeah.
though.
But I was talking to someone that Andrea Bocelli, you know, the opera singer,
Yeah.
he came to sing at the Bell Center, and the sound was amazing. So it is possible to make it sound good.
So what's
It's
the
just-
issue?
You need really, really, really good people.
Okay, so
You
they
need
have
good
the
people.
equipment, but not
They
the
have the
staff.
equipment. But the staff, no one can make that place sound good. And even like touring acts, like a lot of people. I know Beyonce doesn't want to play
Yeah.
at the Bell Center because she doesn't like the sound. But like I saw you too, the sound was fine. So when Celine Dion used to go, it was amazing. The guy that did her sound is the guy that did my sound.
So you just need a real pro.
Yeah.
Because I know Beyonce apparently does extra nights in Toronto if people want to travel. 'Cause
Yeah.
She doesn't want to do Montreal.
Like I know, like
Oh, wow.
like after the Videotron show, I was like, next year I think I'll do Place Belle in Laval.
Ooh.
But then I was like, fuck, instead of doing Place Belle, I should do like just go back to the Bell Center, but get like good sound. Get like good sound, because you're better off at the Bell Center than
Yeah.
the fucking the shitty Laval Bell Center.
Yeah.
We should fill the Olympic Stadium.
That place sounds like
yeah, I was about to
garbage.
say, now if you
Well,
want to talk
yeah.
shitty sound,
Yeah.
god damn. Even concerts suck there.
I think though the Olympic Stadium, the only reason I do it
It's just for the gag.
or if someone beats my world record,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, let's
It's
say,
on.
like,
60,000 people.
cause
Let's go.
see, like Kill Tony is
I would do
doing
a super show there.
Yeah.
Kill Tony is doing 6,000 seater, and I know that they're gonna go for like a 10,000 seater, and then by the time they find out the record is 21,000, they're gonna probably try to beat it, and they'll like Kill Tony has a lot of fans, so I think he could do a stadium probably maybe 30,000 people. So then if I do like Olympic Stadium with 70,000 people,
yeah, no one's
then
catching
it's
up.
just done. It's
done.
over.
Then what has to happen? That has to be a festival. That has to be like an extravaganza.
Yeah. Like I think the only way I could do that amount of people wouldn't even be the Olympic Stadium in Quebec City, the Plains of Abraham. Like,
Is that doable?
Well, yeah. When the Scorpions, remember Scorpions? They're not even a fucking big band. They did 120,000 people.
On the plane.
Yeah, because I remember years ago the reason why. I remember the number because they had asked me to open for them, and I was like, I had a show, and I was like, anyway, the plane's gonna be garbage, and it's Scorpions. There's gonna be like fucking 4,000 people. It'll just be sad. And then I read in the paper 121, or it was maybe 111,
That's
but it was
insane.
over 100,000. I was like, what the fuck? So I
love
did.
Quebec.
Did they sell or it's free? Because it's how do you?
Sometimes they sell tickets.
Yeah.
Sometimes they sell tickets, which is crazy because
How do
it's
you-
a field that doesn't have a fence.
Yeah. How do
So-
you control that?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of that weird shit. Like
Yeah.
yesterday at the Just for Laughs thing. It's
Yeah.
just you just walk up. It's
Yeah,
outdoor.
we were there last night. I went with my family.
You
and
could just
it
walk
was-
up.
It was
Yeah.
It was good. It was a big concert. and-
yeah, oh yeah, you were at the concert side.
Yeah.
That happened after, or as soon as we were ending. It was me preaching a meal.
Okay. How did that show go?
It was fucking full.
Oh, were you on?
I was on there
that
too on the
stage?
outdoor. Yeah, on the outdoor
Yeah.
with preach and Emil.
Oh, I must have just missed.
That's
missed
what
you
happened,
guys. Yeah.
Because you went to his show, which was a
Well,
good
no,
move.
we didn't go because we had the kids, so we were just walking around.
Oh, you didn't get to watch the nasty show.
Oh, we
He
saw it
did
on
the
Friday.
first night he was
Okay.
here.
Yeah, I saw it on Friday.
It's good, huh?
Yeah, it was awesome.
You saw Steph Tolov.
Yeah,
She was good.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We should have invited her on the
She was-
podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't even think about it. Now I'm thinking I'm an idiot.
Do you
Yeah,
want to
she
come
is
tonight? Like come and then we can go out.
I have the English Bordel as soon as it's done.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you if you were doing it.
Yeah, we're doing it tonight.
doing
We're
Awesome.
getting
here?
some of the people in Just for Laughs are gonna come practice.
Oh, nice.
Paul
That's
Leah's
awesome.
coming. Like there's gonna be some
Oh,
good.
nice.
Half our JFL and half our
Okay.
Montrealers.
A lot of like the good. You know how JFL the first week it's just the ethnic people and but when I say ethnic people,
The
I don't-
show, ethnic show, yeah.
It
Not-
sounded like all of
They
the
bring in the
browns,
browns first.
the browns and the blacks. But the second week, the whites come in.
Yeah.
No, but the ethnic show people and the nasty show people.
Mm-hmm.
And but the second week, like now they're like yesterday, I saw Dan Soder's in town.
Oh, Dan Soder's in town. I
Yeah,
didn't know.
he was at the nasty show. I thought he was gonna hop on because they told me someone's hopping on, and then I saw Dan Soder. I was like, fuck, it has to be Dan Soder. And they were like, no, this guy that's been doing comedy for 3.5 years, he's hopping on. I was like, okay, all
Yeah.
right,
Oh, that's fair.
yeah, that's
makes
you
sense.
guys are good at your job.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, Centre Videotron was amazing.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
dude.
a lot of fun.
I saw the videos. I saw videos,
Yeah.
pictures. And I know from the Bell Center that it must have been insane. The
Yeah.
feeling. Oh yeah. Next step, Olympic Stadium.
Yeah.
A big festival of podcasts. That's what you need. Olympic Stadium
Yeah.
has to be like
Crazy.
Sous Écoute, the Rens Creme, find like another 2 big ones, like a 2-drink minimum thing. We make the intellectuals walk around doing something, just a big festival.
Yeah.
It'll be crazy. Would you be there for that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You bet.
Yeah, I
was
wouldn't
fun.
miss
Oh,
it.
I have
That
a-
was so cool. Like, and one of the best parts too is coming in. Like, on the way to Videotron, I'm like, well, what door should I meet you? And they're like, oh, it's the back door, like the artist entrance. And so you show up and we walk in. I'm like, what's going on? Oh, speak in the mic. Yeah, you walk in the artist entrance and it's just a loading dock. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm in the right place. And
Yeah,
then
that's how they
I
all
saw
are.
Michelle and he's, waves me over and you got your backstage pass and it's
a whole
so
experience.
Cool. It's so cool.
It was weird
Yeah.
too. Like when I came in, I Ubered it from the hotel. So my Uber was a Toyota Corolla, like a 2007 Toyota Corolla. So the guy brings me in front. I'm like, no, it's a back entrance. So I'm like, look, go where the loading dock. And then we show up, and he's like, Okay, where he tells a guy, he's like, I'm here for door number 6, the artist entrance. And then the guy goes like, what the fuck you talking about? No one shows up. And then he's like, who you with? I put my window down and he's like, Mr. Ward, I'm so sorry.
that
Come
happened.
on in.
It's crazy. Like,
But at least that guy, it's because he used some judgment until he saw you.
He was like, what, who the
Nobody
fuck?
shows up in a
Yeah,
Corolla.
like when Megadeth is in town, they're not in a Corolla.
Yeah, they're not. But yesterday at my own show, one of the security guards who was taking his job too serious, he wasn't letting me in backstage because
Okay.
Pascal Cameron is a little retarded. So I'm showing up and I didn't pull out because I have all my English passes. It was the first French show I was doing, so you have to go there. That's what they wrote in the email. Your pass is going to be in the green room. You have to go into the lodge. So I'm like, okay. So I walk there. I go to get it, and Pascal's coming out, and he notices I don't have my pass, and he just starts yelling because he's a moron. He doesn't have a pass. He a pass. He's just pointing and yelling. Okay. So 2 security guards that know who I am from far are laughing, and this one guy who looked like he was borderline like Downs.
Retarded.
I saw him walking towards me. I go, there's no fucking way. And he's like, hey, stop. And I'm looking at him. I go, quoi? And he's like, I gotta see your pass. I go, I don't have it. It's in there. Well, then I can't let you in. And then I'm like, I know, but I'm on the show. If I don't get in, can you get in? He's like, I can't let. And he's freaking like, and I'm looking at Pascal. He's laughing. And I go, he's fucking with you. I go, and the other 2 security guards are telling him, calm down. Like we know who it is. Like he's like, no pass, no entry. And I go, but how can you not let me do my show because I don't have a pass? Like my name is right there, you know. So and Pascal is just laughing, and I'm fucking getting pissed off. And then the lady comes who's in charge, like she very, very nice girl who's in charge of like organizing stuff, and she's like, oh yeah, this guy's taking his job. Seriously, she comes, she gives me the pass. He sees me get the pass now. He's like, okay, now it's good. I walk in, I leave my stuff, I walk out, talk to 2 people, I go to walk in, he stops me. And I look at him, I go, are you serious? He's like, turn around, I gotta make sure you have your pass. I go, we had this conversation. We just had this car. You saw me receive my pass. This is crazy. This is fucking crazy. And then the girl's telling me that's nothing. Someone was, they were telling me a story about how the day before, Fallu shows up. He doesn't have his pass. He's on stage. And then the guy wouldn't let him in. And he's like, I'm on my face right there. Like, I have to be on stage right now. And the guy's like, no, you need a pass. And then the person who works there told him, like, I'm just going to ask you, like, just use common sense. Do you know who that is? He's like, yeah, that's Fallu. Okay, so you know who it is. And you know he's on the show. Yes. So why aren't you letting him in? Because he doesn't have a pass. He's like, okay, hold on. He doesn't have a pass. That's fine. You're telling me that even though you know, you're gonna stop him from performing because he doesn't have a pass when you know he's like, yeah, but the rules are you have to have a pass to get in. Yeah, that's for people you don't know. If you know who it is, that the pass is meaningless. It's I was so fucking frustrated. Oh my god. Yeah, they overdo it. Some people they take it too serious.
One year there was Normand Brathwaite was hosting a gala. And the guy wouldn't let him into the Théâtre Saint-Denis. So he went to the Saint-Denis Theater and he was trying to get in. And the guy was like, no. And then he was like, I'm hosting a gala. Like, I'm of the festival, I'm probably the biggest star. Like, he was the biggest star at the time. And the guy was like, no. And then he tried to get in and he tried to push around and the guy punched him in the face.
No! Really?
Yeah.
Some people take their job, they don't do any research.
There was that year. That was a weird year. This was.
You think?
Well, when I just started doing comedy, and they for some reason the festival wanted to hire cheaper security guards because they were like it's costing too much, and they hired a company that was like mob owned. So it was all like weird fucking sketchy dudes. That like it's like if you hired him to be security. So they instead of just going, look, sir, you need a pass, they'd rough him up.
I hired him last year to be
bunch of
security.
Poseidons.
Like, I hired him last year to be security. He was described as a sexual animal.
God.
Animal sexual, you remember that?
Yeah.
How do we forget that? I have to make a shirt.
Oh, yeah,
Animal
that's true.
sexual.
Oh,
Fuck, how do we forget
You don't know
that?
that story, do you?
That was such a
Okay,
good
so
story.
last year, he someone goes to see him because he was doing a show.
It's like a
at
French shop,
Place des
Place des
Arts. And
I had
then
my head of security at the time.
he's the head of security, and then they told him the man you're with. What was it? He acts like a sexual animal.
But
talking
it
about
sounds weirder in English,
Poseidon.
but in French, it made me laugh. Comme un animal sexuel. And I was like, what? It's like the funniest thing. I
Because
couldn't
I
stop
guess
laughing.
you were looking every time a chick would go by, you'd look at her ass.
Because he's very theatrical. It's
Yeah.
not the look, it's the sound. Because he's very.
yeah,
That's
and
why
he'd
he's
go
good.
like, go.
But that's why he's good at. That's why he wants to get. He's good at. He'd be good at theater.
Yeah.
Because he does theater. Like he's just. I can't express it in here.
Express
I
it,
have to show what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, especially white people, are more reserved. So they're like, "What is happening here?" So they didn't know how to explain it because if you don't know Poseidon, there's no way you'll understand. It's outro. He's very extroverted when it comes to feelings.
Body
He doesn't
language.
have
His
an
body
inside
language. He
voice.
doesn't have an inside voice, an outside voice. So if you don't know him, you just think, okay, this guy can't control himself. But it's just everything you think in your head. You're like, oh, that's nice or what. He just does it extroverted. So it came out like, he's acting like a sexual animal, and I couldn't. I almost cried laughing. I was like, I've never heard this. And then when I told him, he starts losing his shit.
He
It
got
made me-
angry.
it
He
made
got
me-
very inside.
And then it made me laugh even more because I was like, if you were only there at the description of it, you would have laughed too. It was like, because un animal sexual. And I was like, this is the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. This is the funniest sexual animal.
Did you work on yourself since then? Did you go like,
Twirling-
look, I
twirling
gotta.
your
I need an
mustache.
inside voice.
I need when I see a nice ass, I have to stop going, God damn!
He turns into a black guy. Damn! That was the best.
I think where that comes from, I'm trying to think about it. I think because I was with your nephew.
Yeah.
And I think I wanted to get him laid.
And you're trying to get his
It
attention, maybe.
may have come from there. I'm trying to
Ah.
remember. I was like, bro, yeah, you're interested, like shit like that. I think that's where it comes from because
yeah.
I'm very theatrical.
Because they describe every time someone he would make noise, he would make noises like a second. And imagine me trying to explain to someone that's never been around anyone like Poseidon. No, it's just everything you think in your head. It just comes
Yeah.
like it's not. He's not trying to get their attention. This is for him.
Yeah.
In his head, they can't hear him.
Yeah.
It's not meant to make them feel uncomfortable. It has nothing to do with the people that he's watching. It has to do with him expressing himself, talking. But you can't explain that to someone. So I just replied with laughing.
There's something fucked up too, because like usually security is like you're supposed to be quiet. You're almost like a fucking like a British
Like a
guard.
statue?
Yeah. So you're just there. You don't even look at people. You're supposed to just face forward, and then if something happens, you intervene.
Poseidon's like, woo, damn! Hi, ma'am, I'm trying to secure the premises. I could secure that ass, though. Like, he's amazing. He's
God
amazing.
damn.
If ever someone has to play that role, though, I have to get a black guy to play that role.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, that role of you playing my security, it has to
Like
be that.
in Curb.
Yeah, it has to be
What's
BJ
his name?
Smooth doing it, bro.
DJ Smooth, yeah.
Damn, girl. Oh, Animal Sexuel. That's going to be a good t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, Animal Sexuel. It's the
With
first
this
time.
picture too, or just
No, just
just
letters.
the word,
So anybody
yeah.
could wear it, buy it as merch. But Animal Sexuel is probably the best description I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Because I've never heard that before.
It is a
And
funny
you get
description.
animal
Because
sexual.
it's not a common thing
Because it's implying
Yeah.
that
that
you
it's
bang all kinds.
that it's an animal that is purely existing for
And you
sexual
do
purposes.
Animal sexual with like the like a paw print on the titty.
yeah.
like a slutty girl.
Yeah, like a little pop.
like the A is a paw.
Yeah.
and L,
Yeah, because the description of what he was doing was sounds. So
Yeah.
I have someone telling me, I have someone replaying sounds that they heard from him.
And you do.
You know how funny that? Because
I
his
make the
sounds,
same-
I hear his sounds and I
You're
have
like,
trouble mimicking them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just imagine someone who doesn't know and they're like, and he was going and all that, and then it's just me like, this is a real
But
conversation.
I make the same sounds for food.
yeah,
I know,
that's what you said
yeah,
last
that's
year.
what you said last
Yeah.
year too. Yeah, he
Yeah.
does. Yeah. So imagine.
I could see that.
So imagine like
So he's a.
all that when someone's walking by is hilarious.
And
nice
on the
linguine.
T-shirt too, you can have, since it's animal, you have the A, like AN and AL, like the first two and last two letters are the same color,
capitalized. Yeah.
and then the rest is a different color. So you see anal.
Oh, that's funny.
I got him a
That's
custom
funny.
shirt last week. I thought
Oh,
it was
really?
gonna wear it
Yeah.
today, but he didn't.
I
Oh,
wore it
was
last night.
I know.
But I had to go in the wash.
Oh.
I was filthy yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I worked a lot over the weekend, so I sweated a lot.
And you kept the sweat over the weekend just for the shirt yesterday.
No,
You're
no.
like, you take it.
No, I took a shower, but like when you wear it at the end
Yeah.
of the day, you know it the smell
Absorbs.
permeates.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Stank.
It's a little bit hot here too. Yeah.
It had that animal stank.
Yeah.
Uh,
God
sexist stank. So I got him a new shirt.
But the inner voice, when I did stand up, helped a bit. When I was doing stand up and the acting classes.
So when you're on stage, you do have an inner voice, but in real life you don't.
No, I always have an inner voice.
Okay.
But I have to.
Control it so it doesn't become
Okay.
an outer voice.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I have
It's
the
good
inner
for
voice.
comedy,
It just
though.
It's
The
good for
inner voice
me a
would
lot, but
be-
socially he doesn't want to be known. That was his whole thing last
As
year.
the animal, as the
yeah,
predator.
sexual-
border
which we
rapist,
get.
yeah,
because
borderline rapist.
we'll laugh because we get where it's coming, but somebody doesn't know him.
Yeah.
Like
Especially like the Me Too movement and the festival.
That's what they told me. That's what they told
especially
me.
on the French side, since the guy that founded it, the founder was Gilbert Rozon. That he's like one of the first guys to get canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't want to do his festival and be the sexual animal.
Yeah.
You're like,
That's why I stayed away this year, bro. I didn't even go near downtown.
he hasn't been near downtown. He knows that those restraining orders are still valid. Still valid. He's
They
not allowed to
probably
be
No
know.
end date on the.
No, don't take a chance.
they probably know you're here now though, and we're kind of in the neighborhood. Like probably when you're driving down Park, their phones started vibrating, and they're like, "Fuck, he's getting closer." Phew, okay, he went the other way. We're good.
And
I'm
he's
always blasting music.
He's in
too.
his car making sound. Rawr! He's making animal sounds in his car.
I just pictured somebody roaring as he's driving.
Yeah, it was you. That's what I was picturing. It was you roaring.
Rawr.
Rawr.
Just, but not like rawr, like that.
No, they were making like breathe sounds. The guy was telling me he went and all this stuff, and you remember I told you I was
Yeah.
laughing. I was like, this is insane. I've like it's never happened. I never
Did
heard
you
that.
tell your
But
girlfriend
maybe I
about
was
this?
also.
Did you talk
well,
to your
she
girlfriend
heard,
about this?
but she wasn't happy about it, of
Oh,
course.
yeah, no.
Obviously, she wasn't happy. Sexual animal.
But the thing is, I also make the same sounds when I go upstairs. I'm huffing and puffing like always.
But
I'm
you're
a
not
fat
going,
dude.
damn. Ooh.
yeah, you don't do that when you go upstairs. Sometimes you do, but it has to be excessive. But for food, he does do the same sounds
Yeah.
as sex. He goes like, "Damn, oh, bro, my mouth is
smells so
watering."
good, that smells
yeah,
so
he
good.
says the same shit.
That's gonna taste
So that's what I'm
good.
saying. He got so comfortable.
feel good inside me.
He got so comfortable that when was coming out in public, I knew that's why I was laughing. I knew he didn't mean wrong. He got so comfortable doing it. Like
Yeah.
everyone around me knows it's just how I express myself. But we never thought about the people that don't know him.
That's kind of
Also-
like, remember I told you this years ago, Jude Dickey, that's a friend. I used to have a show on Music Plus called, it was called Ce Show. And for our last episode, I had told Jude, since he spoke English and Adam Susser was on the show,
Okay.
and Adam didn't really speak French. So I told Jude, I was like, Jude, take care of Adam. Make sure Adam's okay since you're the only English dude. So he's like, no problem. Then Jude kind of got drunk. We're on air, and Jude is yelling to Adam. He's like, hey, Jew! 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 Come here! Come. And then, like, we cut to commercial. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you yelling, hey, Jew, come here to Adam? And he goes, because it's funny, because everyone knows I'm not an anti-Semite.
But nobody knows that. We know
no
that.
one knows that. No one knows who you are. You're just a fucking man yelling to a Jewish man, hey, Jew, come here.
That's what
You know
happened.
how
Yeah.
fucking mental that is?
That's what happened. That's the Poseidon thing is they don't know him. So to them, it's just random.
Also, your nephew laughs at everything that I do. So when I'm with you, when I'm with someone that laughs at every
always-
dumb
that's
little
your
shit I
motivation.
do,
You're like, all
I'm
right,
like, oh, he
I'm-
finds
I'm
this
gonna be
entertaining.
extra.
So I'm gonna be extra just to entertain that person even more.
1 hour later, he's in handcuffs.
Like,
it was a joke.
because your nephew would laugh at everything because he's never met anyone like me.
No,
So
I
he
hope
would-
he never does again.
So, so he would just laugh
Yeah, which
at
means
everything.
that your sister raised him right. That should be
been
the
around
test. That should be the test. What do you think of this guy? Oh, he's weird. Good job. You passed. You passed.
I just want to let you know, flying colors. I'm buying you a car.
Yeah, if you're like, hey, he reminds me of Steve, Rick, and Tom. Oh, you fucking piece of shit.
Oh, this is not going well.
We're sending you to boarding school.
Yeah, exactly. Get away from those three. Oh, dude.
Yeah, it was fun chilling with your nephew because he would laugh at everything.
Yeah, he's a big he likes to, because it's so new to him, all this
Yeah.
stuff. So he's a good laugher.
Yeah.
How old is he?
20. Yeah, he's 19
Oh,
now. Yeah.
okay. I was picturing younger.
No.
It would have been even for the story. It would have been like I like the way he was picturing it. That he was doing this to an 11-year-old going, Look at the tits on that broad.
Ooh,
When your balls drop, you are gonna want to fucking
now we're
jizz alone on that face.
we're thinking about the kid, but maybe what I'm thinking about is the complaint people. Maybe thinking of the just for last people who have no idea who it is with security, and they just see a guy going, and they're like, "Who is that guy?" That's Pantelis' head of security. That was amazing.
Sexual animal.
Sexual animals. Yeah, the outdoor show was good yesterday.
Okay.
I was nervous because I hate outdoor shows.
Were you headlining it or hosting it?
So here's the thing: I was supposed to
Or
headline
doing
it.
both?
I was doing both in the end, but I was supposed to it was supposed to be Emil does 20, Preacher does 20, I do 20, we're out. And then I show up and the girls tell me, look, it's gonna be weird if you do that. And I said, why? She goes, all the outdoor shows, you need some kind of a link, so you should host it. And then I'm like, I fucking hate hosting. Everybody keeps making me host. I'm not a good host. She's like, no, it's the only thing that would make sense. You host it and then you come back out and then you do material and you come back out. And I go, fuck, because I had a good 20 minutes that I want to do straight. And then I said, okay, fuck it, I'll host. So then I went up and I hosted. People had a great time, but it wasn't the original plan. I
did you
an
do
audible.
your 20-minute set at the end?
No.
Okay.
Because I was already killing time. I did 15 off the top. And then I was doing 5 between the 2 acts. And at the end, I just thanked everyone for coming out. And I bounced.
Because a couple of years ago, I did the outdoor show, and I was just going to headline. And then they had told me that. And I was like, but they were like, you can host a little in the off the do a set spot off the top, and then you come in between, and then you do an hour at the end. And I was like, that's gonna be so fucking bizarre.
That's what I said too. Because they told me the same thing. Do at the end. I go, that's too weird.
But for some reason that I don't understand, outdoor shows that works. Yeah, and I did that, and it was fine.
Maybe I
And
should've
plus,
done
to host an outdoor show, you don't have to do crowd work.
No, you can't
can
see
just
anyone.
you can just do regular material.
The only thing I did was when I said a little joke right before I brought on Preach. He was closing, and then I tagged another joke because I saw you could see the people because of the lights because it's dark, and I saw my buddy Homer sitting right there. So I did the Homer bit,
Okay.
and then I saw him. And then I pointed at him when I was done. Everyone's laughing, and I go, by the way, that's my buddy Homer right there. I go, ladies, ladies. I go, that's Homer, and he's not gay. I did that, and then he's like, mother.
That must be so embarrassing for him to get
It's amazing.
called out of the closet.
It's fucking amazing. But yeah, he's
He's used to it.
used to it.
Embraced
Yeah, every
it.
time he comes
Yeah.
to the shows, he knows I do it every time I see
Yeah,
him.
because if he's sitting in a place where you can see him and he knows that you're going to do that, there's
He
something.
didn't know I could see him, 'cause
Okay.
normally you can't see people at comedy shows. But because of the way it was struck, I could see the first half, more than half, I could see them clearly,
Yeah.
in HD. So as soon as I saw him, I go, oh, and I'm gonna fuck with Homer.
Because
Because
if-
the lights, you can't
Yeah.
see.
Normally, 'cause
You're
the lights, you can't
blinded.
see.
Like
Yeah, you're blinded.
like my brother, he was in the third row. So I was like, my brother's here, and I was like gonna ask, I don't know where, and then I was like, oh, he's there,
right here.
he's fucking there. They put him
Yeah.
in the third row.
Yeah, pretty good seats. Yeah.
And then I saw his daughter, and I was like, okay, yeah. I'd seen her on the way in, but for some reason I thought she was
Farther back?
Yeah, farther back, because when you're walking, you don't notice.
Yeah.
But first I see Dave, and I look over, I see Mackenzie, and then I'm like, okay, yeah, they're right in the front.
Yeah.
And for some reason, stand up that would have thrown me off, but for a podcast, I didn't care because it's just a
It's like
conversation.
in Seinfeld when the
Yeah.
pilot's in the audience.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Turns
funny.
them off, yeah.
Yeah, people don't realize if you're not a comic, that's an actual thing. Like
Yeah.
seeing someone that you know,
Oh.
like years ago,
That fucks with
there's
me.
a comic
Yeah, I get
in
it.
Quebec called Guillaume Wagner, and he's a good comic, and I'm doing a show in Quebec City, and he's in the front row, and I was like,
What the fuck?
What the fuck's he doing in the front row? So I'm doing my shit,
That would
and then
fuck with me.
I'm always
Yeah.
looking at him, and he noticed I was looking at him. So and he was laughing at my jokes, but I think he was trying to laugh extra loud
To help
not,
out?
Yeah. And then I was like,
Not make it
and then
weird.
at after I'm like, what the fuck were you? Why were you in the front row? And he was like, I asked, because his brother-in-law is Michel, my manager. So he goes, I'd ask Michel, is there a ticket? And then they just asked, can he get one ticket? He's alone, but they didn't tell him. They didn't tell the people at the theater it's for a comic. So they were like, oh fuck, this is the best fucking seat. It's right front row, and we're not gonna sell it because it's who wants to buy a ticket alone. So they put a fucking face I knew.
That's
Yeah.
me would throw me off.
Yeah,
Like I don't know if I'd see you, for example, when you're in the back of the room, I could talk to you or about you, and you could yell something. But if you're sitting in front,
Yeah.
it's gonna fuck with my head.
That's why,
Really?
like,
Because I know you've heard of it, so I'm looking at you and go, all I'm gonna
Yeah.
be thinking is, he's sitting there, he can't get up now because it's gonna make too much of a thing. But is he entertained? Because he already, like, it just fuck with my head.
Really?
Yeah.
like that's why theaters, whenever you get like the tickets that you give to your friends, it's always like the 10th row.
Yeah.
That way, people are like, "Oh, these are good seats,", but you can't see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, keep
when I
that
was
in mind when we go see Derek every time he
Yeah.
To
comes
the,
to
to
Calgary.
the mic. To the mic.
Yeah.
Every time Derek Seguin comes to Calgary, I go to see him.
If you want, I could ask him to stop going.
Well, no. He's
I'll
awesome.
talk to him.
Yeah.
I'll talk to him.
Yeah.
I'll
But
tell him
make
Calgary's
sure
off limits.
I'll make sure we sit not too close. So I don't.
I got
don't
tickets
mess
for
around.
Sugar Sammy for my brother.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's awesome.
his shoe's going to Calgary.
He's coming
he's
to
going to
Calgary, but
Calgary.
it's sold out. I went to buy tickets, so it was sold out.
And he
So
was
now
like,
I got
"Fuck
a
it, Sugar
ticket.
Sammy's sold out." And I was like, "You want me to text him?" And I texted him. I was like, "Hey,
Like,
can
boom.
you
There you go.
put my brother on the
You
guest
got a
list?"
ticket.
Of course.
And he was like, "Yeah."
That's awesome.
You're gonna. I'm gonna book so I could go to Calgary too,
Cool.
and then I'll get you tickets for that.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mike's planning the same
Oh,
thing.
to come to perform.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, it's at the Laugh Shop. I don't know if there's 2 clubs I think
Yeah.
in Calgary.
Here, put
Why
it
not
like
close
that.
enough? I feel
but
like I feel
if
like
you
I'm
put
going to
it like
swallow
this
it.
because you're always looking this way.
Okay.
All right, like that.
Don't cry. Don't cry. It's
No,
over soon.
true.
It's not. It's
Yeah,
not,
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, come to Calgary.
Yeah, because I met
It's
a.
not gay for family.
It's not gay for
Yeah.
Because I met
Can't be
a.
wrong if it feels good.
One of the comics at Midnight Surprise, like he went on right before me, Malik, a very fucking funny guy from Calgary. He was telling me, he's like, "Hey, you should come." He goes, "So I'm gonna talk to him, see if there's a connection there, because I'm booking now for Ottawa's already confirmed.
Okay.
It's October 6th and 7th. I'm gonna confirm Toronto, and then I really want to do Calgary and Edmonton. I really want to go to Alberta. I haven't been to Alberta since 2004.
Yeah, your family is your family in Edmonton.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I want to go to Alberta in general. So even Calgary, that's the home of
Yeah.
Brett the Hitman Hart. I fucking want to
Yeah.
go. Yeah. So
Yeah, and
any
the Laugh
excuse to get
Shop's
down
pretty
there.
good. Like they have comedy every week.
Yeah.
So we go quite a bit, at least once a month.
Oh, really?
And
Okay.
even more, yeah.
Yeah.
All the new comics, like
Plus him.
sometimes you don't know who's on the bill, but they're always pretty good.
Plus him, he's planning it too. We like any excuse to
Yeah.
get. We want to go out west because Toronto, I think, was eye opening.
Yeah, and but the thing, like when we did Toronto, like the night of, I was like, "Fuck!" I worked really hard to get. I don't know, like was it like 200 people in? And I was like, I worked way too hard to just get 200. But then I remembered what everyone was telling me. Toronto's harder to sell tickets than anywhere else. So I was like, okay, we got to give it another shot.
Yeah.
So we got to see like another Canadian city to see if it's going to sell like easily, or like if I do a 300-seater in Calgary, is it going to sell like this, or is it going to be the same fucking thing?
There's
that I'm
a
gonna
lot
have
of
to-
Quebecers in Calgary. Eh?
Yeah.
Like it's surprising how. So I think
I get the messages. They message me. That's how I know.
think
Yeah.
like his name,
Yeah.
he's well known. So I
Yeah.
think, and
But he's
most
well
of them,
known-
if they're in Calgary, they'd speak English.
Yeah.
So you could do it probably in French or English. Actually.
Yeah, I do it in English, but I'd maybe do like a Sous Écoute in French.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that'd be
because
cool.
there's a big
Yeah.
Quebec. And then I was talking with Janelle that I think just us, we could fill 300-seater easy with just friends, right? Hey,
You
my
would be
brother's
excited.
coming. Like, buy tickets.
Yeah, or else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Or else you're not getting on this plane. Have you ever kicked anyone off a plane?
Not myself personally, but like my crew would. Like,
So
like
what's the reason?
the head flight attendant would come up and say, "Hey, this person's not behaving," or "We want
Are,
to kick
are
him
you
off."
are you the one that makes that call?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Because for people that don't know, he's
Yeah, it's
the
always
captain.
the
Okay.
captain has the decision, but you never undermine your crew,
So if
right?
you
so if
don't-
the flight attendant says,
If you
"We
don't
want
like
this
the
guy
flight
off,"
attendant, you can go. Nah, he's good. The
Yeah.
man punched in the face and
Yeah.
called me a fag. He's good.
You're the
good.
problem,
He's
Janet.
good.
yeah.
You're the problem. You don't know how to speak to people.
But if you do that, don't ask for coffee because you don't know what
Yeah.
they put in it, right? But no, yeah, it happens not a lot, but every once in a while, if someone had too much to drink and they missed it at the gate,
Okay, so they're just belligerent.
yeah, usually yes.
You don't have anyone
they're
being like,
loud, complaining.
I'm gonna take this plane down. You don't have any of that shit.
No,
Okay.
I've never seen that.
That would be crazy.
No.
Yeah.
Usually they're being inappropriate, maybe, or being a sexual animal.
Speaking
with the
of-
sky waitresses, yeah.
Speaking of sexual animals, have they ever caught like on one of your flights people trying to
Mile
join
High.
the Mile High Club?
I think it does. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. You ask for a blanket, and they're kind of
Oh, they do it in front. I thought they would try to sneak into like,
like if
the
you're
bathroom.
sitting in the back row on a red-eye flight or something.
Like
It's
I
nice
can
and
get
dark and
like
because the
are they
bathrooms are
just
now
so
you know how
small
to do it.
now.
are they just fingering and jerking off, or they're actually fucking? 'Cause
There's
you
69.
Can't, you can't. Like the only thing you can
think
do
it's
is
a
kind of
Piles
finger.
driving her. Like, what do you guys
Well,
do?
you could
We're
sit-
practicing wrestling moves.
We need another blanket.
We're professionals.
You could sit on the lap, you know.
But
like,
the
yeah.
blanket does nothing if the
Well,
girl's on your
well,
lap.
yeah.
Like the blanket only helps for like a discreet hand job.
What kind of
Yeah.
porno airline is this?
Yeah.
It's too funny.
It doesn't happen a lot, but it's not unheard of.
So I heard that you were motivated to become a pilot right after 9/11 because you said I could fly better than that. Is that
These
that
dummies
correct?
don't know how to land.
Yeah, I was in Winnipeg
at least do better
on
than them.
9/11. Yeah. Yeah, I remember the phone rang, woke me up in the hotel, and this was my wife, and she's like, "Are you watching TV?" I'm like, "No, this was early. I'm sleeping." She's like, "Turn the TV on. What channel?" "Oh, it doesn't
All
matter."
of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then,
that's
then
not-
I saw the second one hit, and I'm like, "Holy crap!" Yeah.
You're like, what was that? Was that Ted? Because that's how
And
Ted
then
flies.
we were still exactly. Yeah, I know that guy. He's not very
You
good.
told me like before 9/11, the cockpit door didn't lock, right?
Well, I did, but we never would. You just
Really?
leave it open.
Okay.
The
Just
door
in
can be
case
open.
someone
Yeah,
wants
just
to
leave it open
stop
and-
by and go, "Hey guys."
Yeah, when I was a
Yeah,
kid, they let me in
totally.
the cockpit
Yeah.
once. They let me in. They showed me around the
Yeah,
cockpit.
social. Like people come up, use the
Yeah.
washroom, they stick their head in, and hey, how's it going? You know, are we on time? Like what's And now it's a big procedure. Like it's locked.
God damn.
You gotta know the code. You kind of ring the doorbell, and we gotta talk to you on the phone first. And if we don't know you're
Yeah,
at
like
the door,
telegram.
we won't. We're like, Candygram.
Yeah, candy
You're
girl.
that land shark.
So you can't see them. You just have to hear them.
Well, it depends on the airplane, but the 37 is just on the phone, and then the 87 has a camera. You can see who's at the door.
Okay, because you don't want someone just knocking me like, yeah, it's Steve. Open door.
Have your coffee.
Have coffee for you, Steve. You know me, it's Steve. I'm homosexual air waitress.
That's a funny sketch.
Yeah, he's like,
Homosexual airways.
Steve sounds a little different. I think the flight's
What's
getting to
wrong
him.
with Steve? Yeah.
Why do you sound like that? It's the air pressure.
Air pressure. Air pressure.
Air pressure, man.
Carglass, open door. Open door. So stupid. Yeah, you never had any fights on the plane?
No,
That would be wild.
no.
What's your biggest fear?
People are fire.
On the plane? Does that
fire
happen
bad.
often? Does that happen often?
He got hit by a lightning strike
Yeah.
once, right?
Yeah.
God
He
damn.
got hit
But
by
that
a
doesn't-
While
thunderbolt
flying.
It doesn't hurt anything. Yeah,
No, but it must
What do you mean
scare
it doesn't
the
hurt
fuck
anything?
out of you.
it startles you, but it's not necessarily scary. But we were going into Vancouver, and yeah, big flash, loud bang, like a shotgun, right outside the window, and
So it was next to you guys.
But
It didn't hit the plane?
no, it hit the plane. Yeah,
I would have imagined the plane would just blow up.
no, it's made for that. Like
Doesn't-
it'll
but does all the
It's
power
made to
go out
withstand
for a
lightning
second?
bolts, bro.
no,
God
no,
damn.
no, because
Zeus
Yeah,
can't take down a
it's the
plane.
anti-Zeus aircraft.
yeah, the planes they're designed to do that. There's next time you fly, if you look out the window on the wing, there's all these little sticks with like fabric on the end. They're static wicks, and they dissipate static. So if you get hit by
for you.
lightning, that'll just exit out all those, and they dissipate static, so you don't get hit as often.
Holy shit.
And all the controls are linked with like a grounding wire, so you don't get any current jumping. It'll solder the controls, right? Like if they weren't grounded, all the controls would get soldered with the electricity. Like so, then now you can't move them.
Well, I
So
will say
everything's
one thing.
grounded. Yeah.
This is cool, but I will call bullshit on one of the things you guys do. This whole put your phone in airplane mode. Your brother
Yeah,
never does that.
No, I agree.
No,
Yeah.
I
Complete
know.
nonsense.
I love it whenever I fly
That's
anywhere.
old
And
technology.
they
You know
still
what I-
kept it, yeah.
you know
If
what
I
I-
could control the plane with my phone, we'd be fucked.
You know what I like about
Yeah.
flying like shitty airlines like Porter? They always fly low, so you can stay on your phone the whole time.
Yeah.
You always got 2 bars.
Really?
Yeah, with Porter, you always have like 2 bars. When we came back from the show in
He was on
Toronto,
the whole time, he never
I
lost
was
signal.
I was texting people.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I
But
never
flies
went
low.
under 2
The
bars.
new 5G antennas, They interfere with the radar altimeter.
Oh shit.
So all the 5G networks now, and the states, some of the cities, we get a bulletin warning us that the antenna is too close to the airport, and you may get erroneous radar altimeter.
Oh,
So
fuck.
that could
How do you
mess
handle
with
that?
You. Well, then now you can't do. We do auto land if the weather's really bad. So if
you can't do Autoland.
if the 5G is interfering with the radar, you would do a manual landing. So you have to be able to see the runway to land.
So most pilots, when they're landing, they're using Autoland.
No.
Okay.
Only if the weather's really bad.
Okay, but in general, when
So
it's
if-
normal, you land it yourself.
Yes.
Because I want to know who the immigrants are clapping for. Because if it wasn't, if it's for the AI, the
And
AI
it's never immigrants. It's
So if
always
it's-
French Canadians.
If
to
it's
you, it's
really
just Canadians. I
foggy-
fly with immigrants. It's immigrants.
Yeah.
Oh, immigrants do
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah. Yes.
Have you ever flown with Thomas Levac?
No.
Thomas
Why-
Levac, when we landed in Moncton, we're going down, and Stephanie, his wife, is like, "Don't clap, don't clap," and he's like, he's got his arms like this because you saw that he wanted
He wants
to
to
do
clap.
this,
Woo!
and then she
We
was like, "Don't
survived.
clap, don't clap," and then he was like, "I'm not gonna clap, I'm not gonna clap," and then as soon as you heard "dit," he was like, "Woo!"
He's like a kid. I love
He's
it.
like a kid. And then he got in the plane, and it was a shitty fucking Air Canada Jazz plane that you're fucking like.
The Dash 8 or the Jet? Was it still a Jet?
It's small. No, it was a propeller. So,
Yeah, so
you're
Dash 8.
fucking. It's like a seat is this big, and then he gets in, and he's like, "This is the most luxurious vehicle I've ever been in." And he was kind of joking and kind of serious. Like he fucking loved it.
He likes that kind of shit.
He was so
You
happy
should bring
to
him
be
on
on
the
a plane.
Dreamliner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's a Dreamliner?
That's the 787.
That's the double-decker
that's
ones?
a nicer. No, it's double deckers a 380. That's Airbus.
I went once. I was coming back from. It was Paris to Montreal. There was something that was wrong with the tickets. They changed it at the gate, and when I went into the plane, they put me upstairs, and I had my own bed.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
Yo,
Those are
Those
that's
pods
cool.
are awesome,
Yeah.
eh? It turns into a full bed.
amazing.
Yeah, it was the greatest thing ever.
It's the only way to go.
It's the only way. That was the best flight I ever took because I slept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we came back from Europe, Michel, we upgraded to that. And Michel was like, "I've never been in first class. and he caught COVID. And I was like,
no.
God is telling you to fly coach. What are you doing, peasant?
Yeah, go back there,
Go
poor.
back there with your other fucking hillbillies.
But it is amazing.
Yeah.
It changes the whole flight
crazy.
game.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's the best.
Yeah. The food's better.
Everything's
and you're
better.
comfortable. You're
Yeah.
well rested. Yeah.
That's my thing is the comfort. You could not feed me. If you
Yeah.
could give me a bed and I'll sleep, and then I'll just fly by.
There's
it.
something crazy though about those beds because the bed is this wide, and you're like, I have so much room because you're compared to this.
Yeah.
But if someone
Had that
gave
in
you
your
that
house.
bed in your house,
I'd be insulted.
You'd beat your wife.
Yeah.
If she bought that.
Yeah. I'd be like, oh, we're going Saudi.
Yeah.
I'm gonna treat you like your people treat you. It's done. No, it's an experience that I think
Yeah.
if you get the chance, you do. But they must be paying for them. Must be expensive. If you go intercontinental, I think it's like 3 G's or more.
yeah.
Yeah. More. Probably more.
Yeah,
more
like
like
Calgary
5 or
to
7.
Europe would be probably 10 grand,
Yeah.
I think. a
Really?
ticket
At that
return.
point,
Yeah.
rally your friends and get a private jet.
Oh, probably it'd be a lot more.
How much?
Yeah.
Because I know how much it is from Atlanta to here because of him. How much would a private jet be if you're going international, like from here to Europe?
Oh Jesus! What the fuck?
Poseidon,
Almost
he hasn't
just-
answered yet.
almost just died.
And
There you go.
he's got chicks on his screen.
it's
So he was like, I can't make a sound, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go like this.
Oh my God.
I'm using my inside voice, but my legs aren't.
Ay, caramba.
Yeah, I have no idea what a private jet would. No, I don't know.
I wonder if it's insane or if it's.
It's got to be insane because the Atlanta here was like 36.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, it'd be
and that's
100-ish,
it's
maybe,
a
yeah.
2-hour flight.
yeah.
2-hour flight. So
Does it go by hours of flight?
probably right.
Yeah, mileage probably by the nautical mile.
Jesus fuck. So we'd have to go to Europe, but Iceland.
Yeah, and we'd have to have 57 people with
Yeah.
us to split the bill.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. But
But
something
if
you-
100,000. If you're
Depends
10
how
people,
big.
that's
10 Gs.
10 G's each,
yeah,
which is crazy, but it's good.
it's good if it's there and back. If it's just there, that's fucked up.
But a private jet, you're not as comfortable as those beds.
That's what I'm saying. The bed.
So you're like, this is so luxurious, and you're like, okay,
I'm just sitting here.
We don't have a flight attendant. We have a cooler. I spent $10,000 to be in a van with a cooler.
Yeah, no, an air van.
Yeah.
No, I'd rather the beds.
The only advantage is you probably don't have to go through security. 'Cause
Yeah.
you'd leave from.
I told you,
somewhere different.
the way we went through customs, we landed.
Yeah, you just.
And the guys like, and we had given a lift to, we had GSP's manager came with us. So they're like, okay, we're here with the people. Okay, how many people? You got 7? No, we got 8. No, it says here you're 7. No, we're 8. Okay, you're good.
Yeah, we could have been
It's not
trafficking
even the
kids.
right number, yeah.
Yeah, you're human trafficking.
Yeah, it was we
It was
human
so
traffic
easy.
GSP's agent.
And we, like, when we left, Jan had bought edibles, and he was like throwing them out, panicking, and we were like, you could have just brought all your edibles.
You could have came with
Yeah.
a shotgun.
Yeah.
Or grenades. No one was
Yeah.
looking.
Then eat them all. Yeah.
It was crazy.
And the way Jan, I forgot about this. It pissed me off because he had bought Sour Patch Kids
yeah.
edibles, and then I was like, okay, you got rid of them, you threw them out, and he was like, no, I left them on the counter. And I was like, oh, you motherfucker. That means this fucking poor Mexican lady that can't fucking read English
Oh, no.
is going to see the Sour Patch Kids. She'll
Oh, my
bring
kids
them
will love
home. That my kids will love them. Her kids are going to get fucked up.
She's gonna be like,
Yeah.
oh, Dios mío, why are you possessed? They're possessed by the devil.
How many? How do they dose those? Like you eat just one? or you
They're
eat
not
like
very strong, but they're too strong for little
yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Me and Mike laughed a
But
lot.
like, what would you eat like on a normal like 5 of them?
No,
or
we
10?
needed like one
we had
or two.
and we were
Yeah.
good.
So that's
1 or 2 and we were good.
So that's pretty strong.
And
then.
like I'm almost 200 pounds.
So,
So,
if a little kid ate,
unless
half
it's
a
a
bag.
300-pound kid,
Yeah.
it might
Yeah.
be. It's Atlanta.
It's anything's possible.
Yeah.
Well, Poseidon,
See.
just so people know, you guys should follow Poseidon. He has his own website. It's IamPoseidon.com. Mike Ward is at MikeWard.ca. PantelisComedy.com. Follow my stuff.
WestJet.com.
David Ward is WestJet.com.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
What-
Fly
and
WestJet.
you asked specifically for David Ward so you can get this D Ward, right?
Exactly.
The reward is David Ward. What was I going to say? Patreon.com/Sous Écoute. Catch the entire back catalog of Sous Écoute episodes. That's the only place that you can catch the Centre Videotron one.
Yeah,
Right?
and it's going to be online next week.
So by the time they
But
watch this,
just
they
for
wait 1
Patreon
week.
members, right? You
Yeah,
gotta be
for Patreon next
Yeah.
week, and then it'll be free in a couple
So
months.
join
Yeah.
Patreon. It's
Patreon,
only-
100%.
And his
It's only
Patreon
$3 a month. Like join
is
Patreon.
way better.
Patreon.com/Pantelis. I have
Yeah.
all
He's
kinds
got
of stuff on.
so much
Oh.
content.
Yeah, and if you're French and you could only watch the French stuff, if you go to I have a new thing. I think it's $3, $3 or $4, and you get video and audio of all the French stuff,
Okay.
plus all the audio of all the English stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's if you're French Canadian, you're bilingual. That's the best thing to get. It's $3 a month, whatever it's $4 a month.
cheap.
It's cheap. It's less than a comedy show, and you get the entire month. So check that stuff out. Thank you all, and go fuck yourselves.